למוסם מקדם ביוטשו ביקה בארץ. אלני זה צ'וצ'קה פרוסטבין האונדלה ברמי שהקמתי.
You know where a man named Corellia might have fled to?
יתי האך בנה את סוש בניה הסלאולום.
No doubt the usual sort of business. My assistant, Hereda, of the Drawl. Seemed the war didn't heed our wish, Captain, though Shars made it back alive and whole. I trust you're here with Senator Dodonna. She arrived days ago and has been overhauling our strategy against the Empire.
Someone's trying to frame her as a traitor. I want to find the truth.
Unfortunately, this isn't the first accusation I've heard. The Senate has been investigating Dodonna for some time. They say she's linked romantically with a gambler, Darmus Polarin, who may have ties to Imperial intelligence.
Darmus? And Dodonna? No!
This is one of those times it's okay to say I told you so, right?
Darmus will be easier to investigate. If he'll turn against Dodonna, his testimony could be enough to convict. Freda, check our records. Darmus Polarin's a known criminal. Does the SIS list any aliases or safe houses he's used on Corellia?
אחיב את בושו אל הארץ אחר יצאת משום.
A slug like Darmus always leaves a nice slimy trail.
If you find anything useful, I'm waiting on the link.
Darmus, this is Nevis, kid. Those blasted Imperials are getting closer. We're ready to risk your plan. Meet us by the Pirates' Hall Cantina. Every true Corellian patriot will be there. We'll blow open Supply Tunnel 26 and come up right in the middle of the Imperial forces. Hit those leeches where it hurts. The Council won't sell Corellia out from under her native sons.
Darmus seemed to have hooked up with some rebel leader named Nevis Kit. They're trying to blow open, Supply Tunnel 26?
Darmus ingratiated himself quickly then. Nevis Kit used to be a captain in Corsec, the Corellian police force. Now he leads our fiercest squadron of guerrilla defenders.
He must be working with Nevis Kit to undermine Corellia's defenses.
יתימה, מצ'ה, עבדשו, חמבה, ימישו. יהנת, בתחב, בום משבת, בתיסה את כלום בטבק.
We need to keep that tunnel sealed. The red light sector's one of our only safe zones.
Never thought a beautiful Jedi would be asking me into a red light sector. But I'm happy to oblige.
From what Risha's said, you should know your way around. Go now and stop Nevis Kit from carrying out this mad plan before the Imperials overrun us. And bring Darmus back alive. His testimony is worth far more than his head.
Corellia will not fall. When we blow this tunnel, we'll pour down on the Empire like an erupting volcano. Him, the Imperial traitor. Will we let him sell Corellia to the Void Wolf? Or teach him how wrong he is?
Traitor! You're dead! Nobody turns against Corellia!
Why does everyone always believe the worst of me?
Do you need to ask?
I already told them how you stole Bamoran weapons and White Mark cloaking technology for the Void Wolf. Many of them were quite offended by such behavior from someone on a senator's payroll.
Blast him to pieces!
This whole Patriot thing is a sham. He's just in it for the hot lady rebels.
Getting desperate, are we? Kill this man before he calls the Empire down on you!
No, seriously. He's kidnapping women from across the galaxy for his shipboard harem. Last night, I saw him with a young Drow girl.
Don't be ridiculous.
It's true. He tried to lure me into his ship last night to see his rare artworks.
He was flirting with my daughter!
Where's Lily? Where'd you take her, you monster?
Code 11? Code 11, I'm under attack. Send backup.
Get back! Salamis betrayed us! We're lost!
Looks as if you did need some additional support.
Darmus got away. He's fled back to his Imperial masters. Nevis Kit, Corsac. Sorry about that misunderstanding. These aren't Imperial droids. They're local models. Counselor Kaikos' factory.
Kaikos was one of the counselors who opened the doors to the Empire. Imperial troops are using his factory as a field hospital.
Maybe I should send Darmus some flowers.
If Darmus Polarin retreated with the Imperial troops, that's where he'll be.
We've been trying to blow through the Kaikos factory. They've got it surrounded like you wouldn't believe. We planted a doctor on the inside, but he hasn't found any weakness in their defense.
If there's too many soldiers inside, they just need a good reason to come out.
Stage a big enough attack, and no one will notice one man sneaking in.
We need to make the Imperials believe we have more troops than we do. If you draw them out with staged attacks at multiple locations, we can keep them occupied with hit-and-run tactics. There's minimal risk.
Then our doctor can sneak you into the factory to find Darmus.
You want me to target specific locations? Or should I just wander around taking pot shots?
I'll mark the locations where you need to stage attacks. Once you draw enough Imperial troops out of the factory, you can go in and find Darmus.
Our men will hold their attention while you rendezvous with Dr. Shibata. I'll tell him to meet you at the triage station. He can sneak you in along with the Imperial wounded.
Enough Corellians are fighting with the Empire that you shouldn't draw immediate attention. Call me when you reach Darmus Polarin.
Dr. Shibata?
Ah, yes, the new patient. I was told to expect a captain with a serious leg injury.
Nevis Kit said you need to get inside. The only way in is on a stretcher.
With the rest of the casualties.
You could have hit something important. Aim for the foot.
Or the brain.
It's got to be enough that the Imperial commanders won't tell you to wrap it and keep fighting. Now get on the stretcher. We can fix the leg inside. There. I've used a med pack on you. You should be fine. And you've got your choice of analgesics to steal if there's any lingering aches.
Any idea where I can find Darmus Polarin?
Last I heard, he was being wheeled into surgery. Now, I better get back out there before anybody misses me.
Once the docs change my face, I'll be dropping out of sight. I'm no good to the Empire if that idiot captain's got the whole Republic chasing me.
I can take your place with the Void Wolf. Anything he needs.
Your face is known too, Kaikos. A Corellian counselor isn't much use in bringing in underworld allies.
I brought him Corellia.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Mr. Soon-to-be hunted down by his own constituents.
You just don't give up, do you, Captain?
Is that... Alert! Alert! Break in at the factory, send back up now!
Don't kill me.
I don't kill innocents, even innocent Imperials.
We'll just be going then.
You caught me again. Too bad. I was thinking it might be fun to take your face and take over the criminal empire we've built. But I guess I'll have to kill you instead. Enough! I should have settled this with Sabak. So, Captain, what will it take for me to walk out of here? I know you always have your price.
How did a gambler and dilettante end up working for the Empire?
Do not confuse me with the pose I was forced to take. I'm a citizen of the Empire, an agent of Imperial intelligence. It will be a relief to return to a part of the galaxy where men are ruled by more than their immediate desires.
You're not going anywhere but the deepest Republic prison.
Oh, but you were there already, weren't you? It's in ruins. The Republic is too soft to kill its enemies. You let them eat you alive. I know your price. It's Dodonna the Republic really wants. Spare me, and I'll give you my whole dossier on Dodonna. Everything from the day I recruited her. It was easy, you know? One offer of the power she wouldn't have to share with 1,000 scrabbling senators. She couldn't wait to sign up.
I'll take the dossier, and your testimony at Dodonna's trial.
A good citizen to the end, I thought I cured you of that. Fine. It won't be the first Republic prison I have escaped from.
Turned Darmus over to the Republic forces. I have his dossier on Dodonna.
Excellent. I'll have him kept under guard. In isolation. This line is secure. Transmit anything he gave you. I'll send back the coordinates for one of our safe houses. Make sure no one is following. Then meet me there. I don't know what the Republic would do without you. Captain, that dossier was incredible. Or all too credible, perhaps. Unfortunately, Dodonna got wind of the arrest. She's fled to the Void Wolf.
Clean up this mess yourself. I'm done.
We've traced her to the Museum of Alien History, which the Imperials are using as a POW camp. High Command doesn't want to go any further. I know she was more than just your employer. Can I ask you to apprehend her now? Part of the Solonian tunnel network runs under the museum. You're the only one who might be able to sneak in and find Dodonna.
I don't know where you people get this "I'm the only one" thing. I'm just a guy with a ship.
Perhaps there is more to you than you realize. Kursky!
Impassable how? Imperial minefield, poisonous gas, man-eating alien tunnel beasts?
Captain, this is Kursky. She's going to help you get into the museum. Done. The captain loves blasting.
You! I assume you're here to laugh, to mock my naivete? You can't have come to kill me. The universe isn't that merciful.
Aren't you on the Void Wolf side? Is this a kitchen?
This isn't enough humiliation? You want me to spell it out? Yes! I went to the Void Wolf, and this is where he sent me. Useless, he called me, after everything I did for him. Get me out of here, and I will help you destroy him. I want to see the Void Wolf dead. I want to see him begging.
You'll have to pick one.
You're creative. I'm sure you'll come up with something. I know his plans. He's been assembling a massive pirate fleet, completely independent of the Imperial Navy. He's gonna strike our main shipyards. Get me out of here, and I'll give you all my files, everything.
That's supposed to make up for tricking me into doing his dirty work? For pretending you cared?
But I did care. I really did. Here, the files of all my communications with the Void Wolf. Everything the Republic needs to know. Whatever you decide, make sure they get this.
Join my crew. We can fight the Void Wolf together.
Men, would you consider this for 1 second if she were ugly?
You're better than I deserve, Captain. But I think I should disappear first. No sense making you even more of a target. Counselor Kaikos is the Void Wolf's man on Corellia. He can tell you where to find him. I'll be seeing you.
The Void Wolf has his own fleet, and he's going after Republic shipyards.
How did you... You found Dodonna. Did she give you anything? I need recordings, written communications. Wait, is this Dodonna and the Void Wolf talking? We're still recovering from Coruscant. If the Void Wolf strikes our shipyards, it'll cripple the Navy. They could invade the core worlds. You need to find out where the Void Wolf is, now.
Any idea where a certain corrupt Corellian counselor may be hiding?
Ah, yes. It seems from your transmission that Counselor Kaikos is one of the few people who has in-person contact with the Void Wolf. You should be able to get coordinates for the Void Wolf's flagship from him, maybe even piggyback onto the next rendezvous they've planned.
You know where I can find Kaikos?
The SIS has files on the entire Corellian Council. I can send you the address and security specs for Kaikos' residence. But he was paranoid, even before the war. The entire perimeter of his estate is lined with cameras and sensors. You'll have to destroy them all to get in unnoticed.
Anything else, oh mistress of breaking and entering?
Let's just assume that anything Risha knows how to do, I know how to do.
The captain's still trying to figure me out, Sumali.
Once you're past the perimeter, every entrance is equipped with neural scanners that only admit certain brainwave signatures. If you're not with someone authorized, the house will fry you.
The scanners won't notice if the authorized user has a blaster to the forehead, right?
As long as you don't pull the trigger. Any further discussion might leave me ethically compromised. Good luck, Captain. Call me before you take on the Void Wolf. That's not something you should do alone.
All right, I surrendered. Don't shoot. I was wondering when someone was going to get around to shortening his excellence by a head. I won't get in your way.
You don't sound very supportive for a man who's supposed to protect Counselor Kaikos with his life.
I took this spot for the money. Go get that traitorous son of a hut.
The Void Wolf told me you'd make it here. But you're too late. His flagship will be leaving Corellia's orbit momentarily.
If you want to live, give me his coordinates and flight plan.
Let's not be hasty. I hear you've done a lot of top-rate work for the Void Wolf. What would it take to make that relationship official?
I'd rather see my ship turn to scrap metal than do the Void Wolf any more favors.
Oh, he'll be very disappointed. Intruder! Intruder! Come immediately! Have fun, Captain. I'll be joining the Void Wolf on my personal shuttle. I will bear witness to his total victory. Please don't kill me. I'm still young. I'll do anything. I've got security codes for the Void Wolf's flagship. They're on my personal datapad. Take my shuttle. It's already set to rendezvous with the flagship. Please.
Hand over the codes, and maybe I'll let you slink out of here.
Here! Here! Oh, thank you. Can I just take a few minutes to, gather my things?
Be grateful you've still got your head.
It was such a good plan.
I'm heading for the Void Wolf's flagship now.
That's the only good news I've heard in weeks. Send me the coordinates and I'll try to get you back up.
After what he did to me, I'll take the Void Wolf down myself.
That sounds a lot like revenge, Captain. You may not want to say that to a Jedi.
Stop the Void Wolf, Captain, and the Republic will recognize you as one of its greatest heroes. And I will deal with anyone who questions your methods.
You three have nominated yourselves to lead my fleet.
The Republic calls me Iceheart, for I have never shown mercy.
I am Lunata. Imperial intelligence marked me their most wanted for the thousands I slew on Scylla.
Did I ask for your credentials? What do I care if you want to get yourselves shot first?
That's always been your problem, Voidy. Can I call you Voidy? You never worry about the big picture.
Are you offering to captain my fleet instead?
Who is this?
That's him. The one who found Nocdrayan.
Leave. You know your orders. This is private business between a captain and me.
As soon as he's dead, I'm coming after you. How you feeling now, tough guy?
Better than you might think.
Do we call you Admiral now, Captain?
Who else would command such a fleet?
Shambalumi Lois, Borjo Unvas, Tor Takis, Bahakfo Lankas, Skoriakunchek, Korso Orok, Rukwa.
Tell every ship in the fleet to send tribute to me. Then you're free to go.
Easy enough.
Rajim Rajas, Sotuli Mumbaharis, Idak Ha Zarek.
Captain, we got a line into the Void Wolf systems from here. He's got some kind of failsafe counting down. I think you need to get out of there. That was the hangar with your shuttle, Captain. You need to find an escape pod. The ship's going to crash into Corellia.
You have more than justified my faith in you. Gentlemen, ladies, this is the man I told you about, who destroyed Grand Admiral Haradak's Kirill and saved our shipyards. Captain, this is Senator Roan, Fleet Admiral Hellick, Supreme Commander Rands. Of course you recognize the Supreme Chancellor. They've come to thank you for dispersing the Void Wolf's fleet.
You're making me feel almost respectable.
Captain, I am pleased to present you with the Senatorial Medal of Service.
That's the highest civilian award the Republic issues. You have changed the tide of this war.
A Jedi and a Republic hero. Stranger things have happened, right?
You had to go there.
Why and how we all came to be here now tops my personal list of stranger things. You seem to have a talent for this. Would you give some thought to continuing as a privateer under my guidance?
I've never worked under a Jedi before.
Ugh, you're incorrigible.
This will offer many new experiences for both of us. I'll be in touch with the details.
It seems there are times when it's an advantage to have an operative who isn't bound by the rule of law.
I never thought I'd see you on the Jedi Order's payroll, Captain.
Does the Republic think they have bought your loyalty with stamped silver on a ribbon?
Only you could manage to turn taking over the underworld into a good citizenship award.
I'll get Port Nowhere back up and running, Captain. You're going to need a base of operations, and someone at the wheel you can trust. No offense, but you're better at finding credits than keeping them. Even my father needed a broker for his empire. Gives you time to do the fun part. Sometimes I can't believe you actually got back my crown. Do you know how many spacers died looking for it? Don't take this the wrong way, but when we first met, I thought you'd end up like all the others.
I'll always beat the odds. You can count on that.
That's why I stuck around. I need all the good luck I can get. You're all right, Captain. With a little polish, you just might shine.
Don't get your hopes up, Risha. You're not my type.
Wait, you thought I was flirting with you? Please, you're not my type either. I shouldn't be keeping us from our work. I know how busy we are. I think I figured out why we get along so well, Captain. We're both restless people. It's how we survive. Trouble loves us, and we just keep on moving. Eventually, Trouble gets tired of following and gives up.
I've attracted some awfully persistent trouble.
Some people are lucky that way. There wasn't nearly enough trouble growing up on Dantooine. After being a crime lord's daughter, sitting around got dull real quick. I had a big library of holo recordings from my father, but I could only watch them so many times.
You still had a starship. I'm guessing you weren't long for Dantooine.
By the time I was 14, I'd had enough. I buried Father's carbonite chamber someplace safe and hit the hyperlanes with a new identity. Those were good times. I met Duran and Adila, got mixed up with Beryl Thorne, lived a life of crime.
I'm sure Nock was proud of your accomplishments.
Actually, he was disappointed I didn't have my own criminal empire. I was having too much fun on my own. I'm starting to enjoy these chats, but I'm feeling restless. Let's go find some trouble. I envy you, Captain. You'll always be free to do as you please. That all changes for me, once I'm a queen.
The Brilliant is getting along fine without you. Do what makes you happy.
Ruling a planet has its perks. I should at least give it a try. I've studied records about the Drayan dynasty. They started from humble beginnings, distinguished themselves as war heroes, officially anyway. In reality, they backstabbed their way to power just like every other ruler. Some were better at it than others.
Why didn't Nock make his own play for the throne? He was king of the backstab.
He knew recovering the crown was essential to establishing legitimate rule. It's not enough to conquer a world, you have to hold it too. Father had his failings, but he inspired loyalty. Whenever he defeated a rival gangster, he always freed the enemy slaves. He gave them a choice: join him or take their chances elsewhere. No recriminations for anyone who left. The rest became family.
Interesting way to recruit new talent. How many slaves actually signed on?
Those people had a lot of anger issues. Most were excited to have a job that let them express it. There was this one little Twi'lek girl who joined us. Best thief I ever met. Got into all sorts of trouble together. We were like sisters, but when Father's organization collapsed, we got separated. I never found out what happened to her.
Never too late to find her. If she's as good a thief as you say, she might come in handy.
That was a long time ago. Sometimes it's better to leave the past alone. You're really bringing out my chatty side today. That usually means I need to get some exercise. Let's find something more exciting to do than stand around. I'm reviewing the holovids of Debrillion. Beautiful planet. Amazing oceans and forests. One of these days I'll have to see it in person.
Why wait? Give me the coordinates. I'll have us there by dinner time.
Throttle down, Captain. Don't you think I'd have visited by now if I could? Father warned me to stay away from that planet before he went into hibernation. The spaceport has genetic scanners keyed to the Drayan bloodline. The King's doing everything in his power to keep me away. I'm not taking over without inside help. Until then, I have the holovids. If I'm going to take over Debrillion, I can't keep looking for allies in the same old places. The scum of the galaxy isn't as useful when you're stealing a throne. I need a better class of accomplices.
You can't steal anything big without some corrupt officials on your payroll.
There are some interesting rumors out of Debrillion. Turns out the aristocracy is unhappy with the king. Some nobles are secretly rebelling.
Taxes are the leading cause of rebellions. I bet that's the problem.
You have such a wonderfully simple view of politics. It terrifies me how often you're right. Debrillion is turning into another Alderaan. A new queen could prevent that, assuming she had the aristocracy's support. But that means taking this game to a new level. You up for that?
You're the one steering the ship. I'm just along for the ride.
That's not exactly true. But thanks for the vote of confidence. That was confidence, right? I've put out feelers to some key Debrillion nobles. When one of them bites, be ready to pounce. In the meantime, we have plenty of other business to keep us occupied. My search for allies in Debrillion's aristocracy has been interesting. Got an offer from a lesser baron. What a piece of work. Guy must think I'm an idiot. Took 2 minutes to verify he's a spy for the king. He was baiting me into a trap.
Know what I like to do with traps? Turn them against whoever set them.
Just one more thing we have in common. I sent the spy a phony meeting request from Nar Shaddaa. He's sending friends to help me. They're in for a surprise. Couple of Hutts owe me a favor. They promised to record the whole thing. I'll send the king a copy. Never thought I'd say this, but you're my favorite partner in crime. You make beating the odds look easy, Captain.
That may be the biggest compliment you've ever paid me.
I like to mix a little praise with the insults. Keeps you off balance. I've definitely learned a few dirty tricks from watching you work. Think I might have found a few of my own. We'll find out at our next death-defying showdown. I can't wait. You probably think I'm chasing de Brillian's throne to get rich, don't you?
Wouldn't want that high life. Having millions of subjects pay you to run their lives? You can sign me up anytime.
Ruling a planet is a big responsibility. One bad decision can hurt a lot of people. I've seen what bad leadership does to a place. Alderaan, Nar Shaddaa, even Coruscant. They all suffer because of who's in power. I'm not looking to plunder de Brillian. I want to make it better. Run their society the right way.
I knew that mercenary attitude was a lie. You're a bleeding heart do-gooder. Admit it.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm talking about political survival. Every successful leader has the same strength. They're perceived as generous by their subjects. Give the people just enough of what they want, and they'll leave you alone. That's something the King of de Brillian doesn't understand.
You can't give people what they want if you can't afford it. Maybe de Brillian isn't as wealthy as you think.
It's wealthy enough to support an aristocracy. Of course, they need to get paid off, too. I can make this work. It's all about negotiation, and I'm good at that. I'm just thinking out loud now. We should get back to business. The longer I spend here, the more it feels like home. I'm even starting to appreciate Corso. Must be coming down with something. Promise me you'll visit often when I'm Queen of de Brillian.
Aren't you afraid being friends with a common freighter captain will tarnish your reputation?
First, there's nothing common about you. Second, the whole point of being queen is that I get to do whatever I want. It'd be nice to sneak away with you for the occasional break. Go someplace dangerous. Steal something expensive. Mock the bad guys. When you think about it, being queen of a planet provides the perfect alibi. We should take advantage of that. Guess who found a potential accomplice in the de Brillian aristocracy? Feast your eyes on this hollow-embossed, genuine flimsoplast invitation. See that fancy Orabesh lettering? Hand-drawn, in ink. Classy. Count Merritt Reneld requests the favor of your presence at a discreet location in the Galactic Senate Tower on Coruscant at a time of your choosing.
Does that invitation say why Baron Fancy Pants needs a face-to-face? Or can he talk to you by holo?
Nobles are like gangsters. They won't crew with someone they've never met in person. Count Reneld is one of the most popular nobles on de Brillian. He's also secretly organizing a rebellion against the king. His invitation is addressed to Risha Drayan, royal heir to the Drayan dynasty. He's taking me very seriously.
I didn't think you were broadcasting your true identity.
I had no choice. Risha from Nar Shaddaa doesn't carry the same weight as Risha the future queen. I'm contacting him by holo to arrange our meeting. Wanted you here to help me get a read on him. Opening a channel. Whoa.
This is a tremendous moment, your royal heiress. I grew up hearing tales of the Drayan dynasty, the great battles your ancestors fought. I never believed I'd meet a member of that proud bloodline in person. You have my deepest sympathies for your family's exile.
Risha wants back into de Brillian politics. You can make that happen, right?
You must be the starship captain who recovered the crown of de Brillian. My world is in your debt.
The king wants that crown, and my head. He won't be happy if he finds out we're talking.
The man has lost all reason. He must be removed from power, but in a way that spares our world a bloody civil war. I believe the common people and aristocracy alike would embrace the Drayan dynasty heir, especially if she wears the crown of de Brillian.
Nothing is ever that easy. Skip to the part where our lives get complicated.
It will not be enough to dethrone the king. He must be replaced by someone that people view as one of their own. Right now, you are an outsider. The only way to change that is to marry someone from the existing aristocracy.
Get married? To who?
Well, the only available suitor is... Great stars, this is awkward. I am offering myself in marriage to you.
You sound a little nervous, Count. Is your heart really in this?
Forgive my hesitance. I only feared insulting the lady with my abruptness. The circumstances are far from ideal. I understand my proposal is abrupt, but I wished to make my intentions clear and not waste your valuable time. I certainly don't expect an immediate response. All I ask is that you consider this for the good of the Brillium.
That'll be easier to do once we've met in person. I'm on my way to Coruscant. See you there, Count. Well, that wasn't awkward at all.
Count was a lot nicer than most of the people we deal with.
Hard to be sure over the Hollow, but I'm comfortable enough to meet him in person. Under the circumstances, I should probably take this meeting alone. Be back soon, Captain. Never talked to a complete stranger for that long before. Count Renald gives to charities, builds orphanages, creates wildlife preserves, and those are just his hobbies. You ever consider we've been wasting our lives?
Somebody's got a crush on Count Nice Guy.
He is nice, but I'm not rushing into anything. I told the Count I needed time to think about his proposal. That'll give me a chance to run a deep background check. If this guy is as good as he seems, he just might help me overthrow the king without getting married. Count Renald is a man of his word. He sends me daily updates about his rebellion's progress. Incredibly sweet, beautifully written updates. I knew taking Debrillion's throne would be a challenge, but this is getting complicated. Merritt's every bit the man he appears to be. Even the dirt I've dug up on him turned out clean.
It's Merritt now, huh? Sounds like you two are getting downright chummy.
He keeps insisting I not refer to him so formally. It's cute. Nothing about this guy triggers warning bells. When it comes to husbands, I could do a lot worse. I'll stop bothering you. I needed to talk, and you're the only person who understands me.
I'm always here if you need me.
I'm sure there's trouble somewhere with our name on it. What do you say we go take all its credits? I was prepared for almost anything if it meant becoming queen. Foiling assassination attempts, fighting wars, bunking on this ship for years. Just kidding. Marrying the Count was never part of the plan. Can I really do that?
I'm trying to think of what I wouldn't do to become rich and powerful. Nope, I got nothing.
I've seen how your eyes wander every time we land on a new planet. You might get married, but could you stay that way? Ugh, I hadn't even thought about producing heirs. Not that he wouldn't be a great father. This conversation's officially given me a headache. Let's go do something outrageous. Things on Debrilion have taken a turn. The king's put a death mark on Count Renald's head. When the citizens heard that, they rebelled. The king imposed martial law to stop the rioting. But that got the aristocracy riled up. The whole planet's going to war.
Sounds like the Count's plan to avoid bloodshed by marrying you just went up in flames.
We were never going to unseat the king without a fight. I just hoped we'd pick the time and place. Needless to say, the Count has his hands full just staying alive. But even with all that's happened, he still wants to marry me. I can't keep putting him off. Any advice how I should play this?
Forget about the politics for a second. You love this guy or not?
I barely know him. This isn't about love. I need to figure out what's best for my long-term plans. Oh, perfect. Time's up. That's him calling on the Hollow. All right. Let's do this. Merritt, I'm glad you're safe. From what I hear, the fighting got worse after you escaped.
I cannot spare Debrilion from war, but perhaps we can still create a better future together. I realize forging a true relationship takes time, and our marriage won't be consummated for some time, but I am hopeful. My proposal stands, dear Risha. Will you marry me?
Say yes. Hurry before you lose your nerve.
Yes, I'll marry you. We'll make it official the old-fashioned way. Have your people bring me a written contract to sign. But let's not make it easy for the king to kill us. Until the war's over, we shouldn't meet in person. Agreed?
I will continue to send you updates as I'm able. Dubrilion will be free. Farewell, my lovely wife. May the stars watch over you.
Isn't he adorable?
You make an adorable couple. I hope you're not expecting a gift on this short notice.
You can owe us. I should probably do something to celebrate. Want to go steal something really expensive? I've been getting reports on the war for Dubrilion. It's dragging into a stalemate. Nobody has a clear advantage yet. I want to get more involved with the war effort, but my allies tell me the best thing I can be is a symbol.
Don't listen to those people. If you want to fight for your planet, just do it.
Problem is, they're right. I'm 100 times more effective as a rallying point for people who oppose the king. The minute I open my mouth and start talking politics, I risk losing support. I can't afford that right now. Guess I'm stuck on the sidelines until it's over. At least I have company. I've been thinking about the future a lot lately, and I had a funny realization. Every scenario I see, you're in it. I've never let myself get close to anyone. Not even my friends from the old days. Count Reneld may be my husband, but you're my family.
Right back at you, Risha.
I don't know what the future holds for us, but I promise to always be there. Not just for you, but everyone you care about. That's as mushy as I'm getting. Back to finding trouble.
Tayari Rook claims to lead his own clan. He destroyed my clan with his slander and then dares to raise up his mishmash of slavers and pirates and call them Clan Rook. And no one has challenged them.
Maybe you can kill him twice.
Twice is a mercy. This isn't even the worst of it. The man I was with when my people fell, his clan lost all honor after I left. They joined Clan Rook. My old lover dishonors the name Mandalorian. That coward dies with the rest of Rook's filth.
First he turned his back on you, then he joined up with a man who betrayed you. I say he deserves whatever he gets.
I've often wondered if you listened when I told you about my people. Now I know. Rook's clan is on Hutta, bowing and scraping for the cartel. The scum have no discipline. Destroying their camp will be easy. When I'm finished, it will be as if Clan Rook never existed. I leave for Hutta immediately.
You look, well, not exactly happy. Less angry than usual.
It's over. The filth who destroyed my clan and dishonored its name is dead.
I'm guessing the real story's a little more complicated. Wouldn't mind hearing it.
There was little to tell. It was violent and brief. Before he died, Rook confessed his crime. He destroyed my clan because the lie gained him a favorable contract with the Empire. He killed my people for profit, nothing more. The galaxy is no poorer without him.
People who do terrible things for profit. Boy, I'm glad I don't know anyone who fits that description.
Before taking profit, always analyze the cost. I could not have avenged my people without the resources and opportunities you've provided. I will repay that debt, Captain. For the first time in months, I've allowed myself to think about the future. Someday this war must end. What will you do when the Sith Empire rules the galaxy? Will you transfer your loyalties to them? What if your profession is outlawed?
Have you been following current events? The Empire's on the express hyperlane to nowhere.
A Rancor becomes twice as deadly when it's backed into a corner. The only constant in life is change. A warrior prepares for whatever comes. Your talent for survival is impressive, Captain. But luck has its limits. I have no clan, and the man who destroyed it is dead. Without clan or foe, I am no longer a Mandalorian. But I am still a warrior. And great ones don't allow old age to take them. To die in battle, dragging many foes into the void, that is a good ending. What do you think, Captain?
Last thing I want to do is get old and boring. Sign me up for the void.
Perhaps we will go there together. A warrior's end requires a worthy foe. We should keep fighting until we find ours. Tomorrow we die. Today someone else will. Ibatur Jotne Tura Shad Kiramor. I was wrong.
Context, please.
When I joined your crew, I told you I would never serve another's interests again. I could not trust anyone's purpose to suit my own. I was wrong. The longer I stay, the more loyalty I feel. There is nothing in my lifetime that could make me leave your side.
You know you're the kind of guy, you know where you stand. Either you're laughing or you're shooting. I would have done much better with someone like you. Master Lauren was just ice. You had no idea if he even knew you were in the room.
If I could, I'd teach you what to do with that lightsaber.
Oh, Captain. If you were my master, I might have practiced. Or at least not released the Kowakian monkey lizards into your dressing room. Maybe that was a bad plan. Captain, I just want to say thank you. I could never have imagined you would put up with me for this long. When I first came on board with you, I thought it was going to be a few weeks at most before you left me on some isolated moon.
Once you're in my crew, you're family.
Aw, Captain. You'll make me cry. Seriously, though, this is my family. More than the Jedi. More than the one I was born to. I've never been able to be myself anywhere like I have with you. I'll never leave you.
I think of you as family too, Bodar.
Look, Captain, I try not to get sentimental around you, but hear me out. You're the best thing that ever happened to me. You're my family, as much or more than the one the Separatists took. As long as I live, I'll be here to serve you, and your children after if I last so long.
You know something I don't?
All the ladies you get? You really think there's no little captains running around the galaxy? If they ever catch up with you, keep my offer in mind. Every kid needs an uncle who's good with a DX R6 heavy carbine.